the block cause you fear what you do to you if you get dirty hands and veneer. What you do, what she is, little boy, I tell you this. If baby wants sit, she can sit. If baby says lit, it's lit. Got your bank account and not cute. If she said it loud, it's the truth. If baby wanna ride, she can ride. If baby needs some time, she got time. Got your bank account and not cute. She can make it count, how about you? She would put you in the bag, yeah. Wouldn't even need a planet. If she wanted, she a magnet. They should let her name a planet. Everything she drop like Corona, viral, make the world start over like a owner. She ain't about to set, but they really wanna throne her. Listen, she like bass, she like Hover. Self-employed, moving paper better than some Billy boy. Made a choice on the regular, she bring a milli home. Click my phone, get my ass up, get a dinner going. Watch she out there, making sure that you all know. Baby wants sit, she can sit. Baby says lit, it's lit. Got your black account and not cute. If she said it loud, it's the truth. If baby wanna ride, she can ride. Baby needs some time, she got time. Got your bank account and not cute. She can make it count, how about you? She be always making money, if it's raining, if it's sunny. She make time and call me honey every day. Drop a couple bands on the cook, they need pay. Then a couple more on the tip, baby saves. Daddy's just the everyday, imagine holiday. If I get the 50 cents, she get me holidays. Signing with the fly, if you meet her, know it's true. So if she ever asks you, you know that baby wants sit, she can sit. Baby says lit, it's lit. Got your black account and not cute. If she said it loud, it's the truth. If baby wanna ride, she can ride. Baby needs some time, she got time. Got your bank account and not cute. She can make it count, how about you?
What's going on? Hello, everybody. Hey, Mandrell, aka Darth Vader.
Yes,
So now
baby sister, I hear you.
You want to put up your avatar? That's what you want to do?
No, I don't want to put up my avatar. You leave me alone, lady, okay? Bye-bye. Anyway, listen. I was on the phone. Shut up.
Yeah, like you didn't know you was about to go live.
It snuck up on me.
Just saying.
Dumbass.
Right.
You know, our admin tonight has no right to say that to me.
Hey, yo.
You know what I'm saying? Anyway.
Then does
What?
a credit card.
Wait a minute. I damn near fell out my chair.
Dumbass.
Yes.
Dumbass.
You ain't good help these days. You have to do everything yourself. Anyway,
Okay.
welcome everybody to another episode of Unapologetic with Mandrell. I'm your host, Mandrell. This is my baby sister, Shamaria, but you know her as Shushu. And thank you for coming out. So far, we have 8 people in the chat. Who is here? Jenny Morena, always here.
Dumbass.
And Peace Love. What's up, Peace Love?
I'm so done. Hey, Peace Love.
What's up, Peace Love? How you doing? I like
What's
Peace Love.
going on?
I like Peace Love. She cool.
Yes, definitely.
I ain't getting on the bad side though.
You better not.
Man, Peace Love be out here cussing. Peace Love out here cussing people up, boy.
Get in the
Although she
girl.
hasn't in a while though. I haven't seen her
You
do
said
a video where I haven't seen her do a video where she curses somebody else in a while. But Peace Love she ain't taking no wooden nickels. I like that. I like that in a woman.
All right.
Beautifully animated. Hello, ma'am. Hello, lady. Thank you for coming. This is an August Wednesday. We have 13 people in the chat. Everyone in the chat, thank you for coming.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to Unapologetic. And as you probably saw, Wait, how's your week been?
Who, me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my week's been pretty good so far. So far, so good. I don't know. I'm just trying to get it together because I had I'm just getting over a sinus headache, so still trying to.
You're not feeling good. You sick?
I'm pulling it together. Pulling it together.
The world doesn't care about your fucking problems.
Of course it does.
Okay.
Of course it does.
Get over. You suck that shit up.
Yeah, maybe this subject matter is giving me a headache. That's the problem.
I know, right?
Right.
You know that never gets old to me. It never gets old.
Me either.
Hey, Nidra Harp, how you doing? Nidra Harp, how you doing? Thank you for coming. Thanks for the support. Thanks for watching. Yeah, this subject it really gets on my. It's really I'm kind of up to here with it. You know, in fact, almost anything. What's up, Corey Hager? What's up, brother? Almost anything dealing with like red pill content or red pill related. That's why on this show, if you notice when I bring up topics, it's never anything about relationships or marriage, dating. We don't talk about that here, right?
Yeah, at least we try not to.
Yeah, at least we try not to. We actually, yes, chat. We go out. My sister and I actually go out of our way to find other stuff to talk about other than dating, relationships, and the like. Anything red pill related or quasi or semi red pill. We're like, nah. Let's talk a fucking climate change. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think one time I told you, I said, let's talk about electric cars. And you was like, exactly. You was like, what? Never mind. And I just kind of went on. I'd rather throw that out than something dealing with dating and relationships.
Right.
As a suggestion. Right. You know what I'm saying? No one's going to watch an episode about electric cars. But hey, it's better than what we're talking about tonight for some reason.
Right. Well,
hey, Kelly, how you doing?
With tonight's topic, examining Black women, it kind of piggybacks off of the conversation Shahrazad. Was it how you say her name? I can never say it right. Shahrazad Ali started when she was saying how the Black woman has never been examined, and we talk about Black men all the time, and we really don't talk about Black women. And when Black women do come up in discussion, it's like they ready to bite your head off. But at the same time, speaking as a Black woman, as a Black member of the Black woman community, we do need to take a look within ourselves and change some things.
But this doesn't make any sense for you. You're a feminist. Wow. And you hate men. Yeah, and you hate men.
I do, don't I?
You're a feminist and you hate men.
I do, don't I?
Yeah.
Right. Of course.
You do the laugh. Do it. Look at
no.
JT.
Oh, I'm gonna do it. Oh Lord. JT. Stop it. Lord mercy.
Ready? Yeah. I'm ready.
Well, of course, we have the
shenanigans.
Hey, Andre, how are you? So
we have AKA Dusto.
Look, Dust. What's going on? So we have that we are going to take a look at. What's going on, Dre? 3 clips that we're going to take a look at. 2 are
showtime.
Not right now. Inappropriate. No, so inappropriate. I'm not laughing at it. I'm not. He's gonna have to learn a lesson. Nope. Don't laugh. We have to teach him. If we laugh, he won't stop. Listen. Keep it together, baby. Come on.
That's not if you.
If
wiped his face off. Like, he just, he didn't wipe anything off his face. Like, clearly.
Oh Lord, listen, I promise y'all.
I
promise we're gonna get through this stream.
We'll get through it eventually.
And we gonna do it. We really gonna do it. Okay.
I excel. Salutations.
How you doing?
I don't know what's up with the 3 eyes. You must be some kind of mutation or a retard. But it's all right, man. Thanks for coming out.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, he watching. I see you. That's what it is.
Means, that's what that means?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Beautifully animated.
But like I said, yeah, like I said, we got 3 clips that we're going to go over and discuss. 2 are from Shahrazad Ali herself, and one is from Iyanla Vanzant.
Van Zandt.
Yes, Iyanla
I don't like.
Vanzant.
You know, I've never liked her.
You ain't got to. She's truth though.
She's not. No, she's not. She was. I remember that episode of Phil Donahue when she was up there telling Shahrazad Ali in the 90s.
Yeah. That she should have been ashamed of talking about black women.
Right. She should be ashamed of talking about black women. And Shahrazad's like, I'm not talking bad about black women. Like, what are y'all talking? What are y'all talking? But here's the thing. Shahrazad, it says that, and it's exactly this stuff I'll be talking about. I can come up here and say, hey, ladies, grass is green. Oh, Mandrell hates women. Oh, how ladies, how do you get that out of what I said? You said the sky was blue. No, I said the grass is green. But the sky is above the grass, okay? And the grass is on top of the dirt, okay? You say something else about black women, it's going to be your ass instead of the grass. Right? And it's like, and I'm just like, huh?
Right.
I don't understand it, man. What?
Well,
how did you get that out of what I said? And they did the same.
But you know what? The amazing thing is you can see from her perspective, obviously has changed from when she was on Phil Donahue telling Shahrazad Ali off to, now. Her perspective has changed. And sometimes it's
everything Shahrazad warned us about has come true. Everything that woman said.
Well, let's take a look at the first clip. Admin, can we load the first clip, please?
Load the first clip.
Shahrazad, there are a lot of women out there who think you don't like us, you don't like black women.
Oh, yes, I do. I love black women. I'm a black woman myself, and I got 5 daughters and 4 sisters, so that would, be ridiculous of anybody to assume that. As I said, we have just never had anybody challenge us on our behavior. We've never had anybody to say, well, let's look at what we do. We know what he does, and he's wrong in a lot of what he does. But his wrongness, his guilt, does not ensure our innocence. We have a share in the problems that we have in the black community. And just because we are dressed up and have a job does not mean that we don't practice some aberrant behaviors that end up infecting our homes and breaking up our relationships with our men and helping to hold him down. That's all I'm saying, so everyone can look at themselves.
All right, so
now what?
Did you actually listen to what she said?
Yes, I listened to the whole clip. I watched that thing like 18 times today in preparation for this show. So
you did.
Yes, I did. I wrote notes about it.
Okay, so what are your thoughts on what she said?
I think Shahrazad is absolutely right. The black woman is a defect of the human race. Okay. And
she didn't say that.
She didn't?
No.
Shahrazad, there are a lot of women out there who think you don't like us, you don't like black women.
Oh, yes, I do. I love black women. I'm a black woman myself, and I got 5 daughters and 4 sisters, so that would, be ridiculous of anybody to assume that. As I said, we have just never had anybody challenge us on our behavior. We've never had anybody to say, well, let's look at what we do. We know what he does, and he's wrong in a lot of what he does. But his wrongness, his guilt, does not ensure our innocence. We have a share in the problems that we have in the black community. And just because we are dressed up and have a job does not mean that we don't practice some aberrant behaviors that end up infecting our homes and breaking up our relationships with our men and helping to hold him down. That's all I'm saying, so everyone can look at themselves.
You see what I'm saying? Why would you have a problem with that? Listen, no. Females are a mutation. You were never meant to exist. Okay? Because listen to the backlash she got for what she said. Only something inhuman will be offended by that.
See, now you're going too far. Okay.
Okay. In chat, that was a joke. Okay. That was a joke. Okay, my honest opinion on what I just saw. I agree with her wholeheartedly. And she's right. No one has ever examined the behavior of the black woman, especially at that time. That was what, 91? Yeah, especially at that time. No one had examined the behavior of the black woman. So no one was there to tell her that she's wrong. So if no one ever tells you that you're wrong, depending on how old you are and how long you've been doing it, it's going to be very difficult to convince you that you've been doing things wrong this whole time.
Yeah.
For example.
And you know what? I think it's like, hey, security boss, how you doing?
Hey, security boss, nice to finally have you after like 18 months.
Oh, Lord.
She doesn't even watch our show anymore. She doesn't. She doesn't even watch this show. Security boss be fronting.
Hey,
security boss, if you're really watching this show, please cam up tonight. I invite you to cam up. You're safe. You got my sister here with us.
The name is security boss. That means she got business to take care of. Okay.
I got business to take care of too. I'm here.
Let's get
dumbass.
Right. Security boss now and I was supposed to be friends.
Listen.
She was my introduction to YouTube.
Hello. Focus.
Okay. We'll get into that later.
Right. So
much respect, security boss.
Much respect. So basically what she was saying in that clip too, she was not saying that black men didn't have issues, but she was saying that because black men they're wrong with some things, it doesn't automatically make us innocent, and it doesn't automatically absolve us from the wrong things that we do, the misbehavior that we do.
Right.
So
I do know security boss, but she's right. So what you get, by the way, security boss, I do know what you do. I'm kidding around with you, right? That's all. But yeah, she was saying that Shahrazad was saying that just because the black man is wrong on some things doesn't absolve women from their wrongdoings and their contributions to holding back and keeping the black society from growing and excelling. There are some issues. She said there are some issues on both sides.
Yeah,
that's it. And she's saying that even though the brothers are wrong, and she's going to say later in this interview how we're wrong.
Right?
She's going to say later in this interview how we're wrong. And for some reason, I don't know what it is about women, but someone could be talking to you about all this, making all the sense in the world. But if there's one thing in your message that they don't like, they will stick right there on the one thing that they didn't like, and completely forget the millions and the millions of jewels, and that what I'm saying that you've dropped. But they'll stick right there with the one thing, as opposed to just saying, "Come on, is it worth it?"
I think what the black women who get upset with her message, what they hear when Shahrazad Ali speaks is that she's completely like dismissing like the wrongdoing that black men do, and like just completely like saying that we are and basically like we are the root of our problems.
But she specifically said, specifically said that the black man is wrong. You know what I'm saying? But just because he's wrong doesn't mean that we're innocent. Doesn't mean we're not wrong.
Right.
We have to look at ourselves, see what's going on with us, and fix it.
You're right. Peace, love. Humans do that, not just women. But the point that you said, not just women, is part of the issue with why so many women get upset with Shahrazad Ali.
Yeah, peace, love. Stop being right.
You completely dismiss the fact that yes, she said men are wrong too, but because men are wrong doesn't give us an excuse to be wrong too. And that's basically what we're doing. We are like completely like taking or making ourselves the victim. And let's just be honest, and to some extent, we have been victims, but at the same time, like, we do have to take responsibility for our behavior, our actions, what we do, how we carry ourselves. And how we push the culture forward. We do have to be accountable for that.
You just better watch yourself. You're in danger of making a lot of sense. The women gonna come for you after that.
And maybe I need to make, I'm the queen of disclaimers now. Maybe I need to make this disclaimer. I'm not absolving men from their wrongdoing. I'm not absolving men from their wrongdoing.
I don't think it's gonna matter. Look at what they do to security boss. And all the security boss says is
what I am saying is, and which is what Shahrazad Ali is saying, is it doesn't give us an excuse to be wrong.
Yes, it does. That's what they think. That's what they think. They think that just because men are guilty of some things, they're completely innocent of everything that they're doing. It's the cognitive dissonance is palpable. You know what I mean? Like you've seen kids around, and the parents tell them when another adult tells a kid, "Hey, stop that." The parent comes on, "Don't tell my kid what to do." You know,
right? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you say, "Hey, maybe you might want to teach that kid to respect adults." He doesn't have to respect him if he don't want to. And it's just it's like, why would you teach a child to not respect adults? But then when the child goes up and back talks a cop, and then this is where the entitlement comes from. As children, these children are not being held accountable, and so women, since they have never had their behavior examined, that's where the entitlement. I think that's a big part of where the entitlement came from. That's not the only part. But
Corey, you sound wrong. Oh Lord, have mercy. Unsolicited security boss says we are just justifying our behaviors through others, and yeah, that's true. That's true. It's like saying because they did wrong, it gives an excuse or a reason to do wrong too, and it doesn't.
Right. It's like, for instance, you have good examples. Like security boss is an example, right? In my opinion, of course, of a woman who got it right. Her husband also an example of a man who got it right. That's a black couple who got it right.
Right.
So, like, she was on another platform. I think it's called We Need to Talk, right? Like over 100 women came for security boss's neck, and like the woman went up there, and all she did is say, "Hey, I made some mistakes, but turned it around. This, that, and the other happened in my life. Met my my future husband. This, that, and the other happened. We've been married." She just told her story like she has on her own platform. And my thing is, like, the amount of shots, like, oh, so she made these mistakes here when she was young, so she ain't perfect. Security boss never claimed to be. Like, take the lessons that the lady's teaching is what I'm trying to, you know what I mean? But for some reason, what is it with women where you don't comprehend English? Well, I don't understand that.
Here's the thing. It's hard to hear unfavorable, unpleasant, like unideal issues or things about yourself. It's hard to hear your faults. Like, yes, we are all fallible, but it's hard to hear someone else tell you about your fallibles. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Peace love brings up a very good point. Two people can be wrong at the same time. True, in this case, black men and black women. We're both wrong. That's fair and true. I don't see an issue. We all need to take accountability. That's adulting. I agree wholeheartedly.
Right.
I agree wholeheartedly with what she just said. And that's all we're asking you to do. But you have and the thing is, I'm not entirely sure if it's a loud minority or if it actually is a majority of women who scream to the top of their lungs, "No, men are wrong. Men are wrong. It's your fault, men. Your fault." But they're not looking at themselves and how they're rearing children and keeping the fathers out of their lives. You know, the women who do that anyway. I'm talking about those women, not all.
Right.
You know, and it's just the cognitive dissonance. We defeat ourselves. I think I said this on another episode that we did where the whole Willie Lynch thing, keeping us separate, keep turning us one against another, young against old, tall against short, dark against light, brother against sister. You know, that whole thing. We're on autopilot with it now. The sad part is that the government stopped doing that decades ago. And for decades, we've just been doing it to ourselves.
Yeah.
We're on autopilot with it because it's taught, the behavior is taught from generation to generation. And now we got this, and you have Shahrazad, who came out in 91, and she foresaw everything that we're going through now.
Right, yeah.
You know, and she warned us because the trajectory was there. If you remember, Grandma and Granddaddy used to say similar things that she says in this interview and other ones too, like her speech. Mr. Bennett actually got to see her in person, when she came to his school at Rutgers and speak. I don't know why he decided to go to Rutgers.
Oh, Lord.
Whatever. Yeah, it's Rutgers.
Right. Listen, look, Nidra Harp says there are a lot of women who don't know how to acknowledge the hard truth when it's being said, mainly because it's not the norm for women to be called out or confronted on their BS. And that's true. I think some of that too comes from part of how we've been conditioned, and I don't think people realize it. Like when it comes to men, like, with little boys, when they fall, you say, all right, now get up. You know what I mean? You teach little boys to be tough, to take it. And you can be more honest with men. Like, okay, if I say, well, Mandrell, your breath stank. You would take it and be like, all right, so what?
And I go brush my teeth. I mean,
for a woman, we're treated more with delicate hands. But no. Right.
That's more of what you need.
Right.
And you want to know what else?
We're treated with delicate hands, like with kitten gloves. So when you say things, or like when you tell a woman about herself, the truth about herself, she takes it harder. She takes it more personal. You know what I mean? She takes it as though you're saying like she is a horrible person, or she. Yeah. So either way, yeah. So a lot of how
Security boss, if you watch it, please cam up and tell Black Man to stop.
Why we can't take accountability for our actions, and why it's hard for us to hear truth about ourselves is because of that. Like we have, as females, been treated with kitten gloves, and it's hard for us to hear that about ourselves. So it's harder for us to hear that about ourselves.
So would it be safe to say, Nate, accurate to say that women have been protected for the most part in the greater society, in various different ways? You think they've been overprotected? Do you think that?
Yeah.
Because that's the way it sounds. It sounds like they've been overprotected, and they've lost the use of their men, Black women. Or they've forgotten the value of their men. I'll say that much.
Well, yeah, I would say.
Wait a minute. I damn near fell out my chair.
No, yeah. I think what it is
they've forgotten the value of their men.
Black women have been disappointed and let down so much.
Here we go.
No. You can't like just completely dismiss it. You can't dismiss it.
Right on, Freezy.
You can't completely dismiss that. Because Black women have been let down. Here's my thing. I think that there is a marked number of Black women who've heard the sad stories of other Black women, and they've taken that on emotionally onto themselves, or they make bad decisions. Long story short, I think Black women like to be in misery. So they can have a story to tell, just so they can have someone to point the finger at something. But it's counterproductive because you could have been so much more had you not done that. I think a large number of Black women want to be miserable just to have something to bitch about. I wouldn't say that. I don't think people want to be miserable. I don't think people
Black women do.
I think it's just that when you have a jaded perception or perspective of life, you have a jaded perspective people. You have a jaded perspective, and a lot of it because of the environment you've come up in. Like, it's hard for you to be happy. It's hard for you to find happiness. It's hard for you to find peace because, you know, it's like how they say, looking at the world through rose-colored glasses.
Right.
You know, it's hard for you to see anything other than the cloak that's been put over you. So it's not that people want to be miserable. It's just that, like, they see everything in a miserable way. So they can't find it.
Yeah, you're right. I wanted to get to this comment right here. Security Boss has a brilliant comment. Our mindsets don't change. All men look alike. That is brilliant.
Mandrell, you're going in and out. Your sound jacked up. Yeah.
How so? Is it still?
Yeah. It's like every time you speak, it's cracking. Mandrell, mindsets don't change. All men look alike. If our mindsets don't change, all men look alike. That's so true. That's so true. If our mindsets don't change, all men look alike. And that's true. And that's how the good men get tagged in with the bad ones. Damn, shoo, you was almost there. Then you used the word, but listen. We have to acknowledge all factors. Come on now, JT. You know, it's not, it can't be one-sided.
No,
while Mandrell gets his sound together, we're gonna take a look at the second clips. Admin, can you roll the second clip, please?
Do you fault the black man for anything?
Yes, absolutely.
Briefly,
I fault him for lying.
For lying?
Yes.
About?
All kinds of things. He won't tell us the truth about his life because he knows that we can't handle the truth. And so he will lie to us about his activities and his life because it preserves the peace for him, he thinks. But we know that lies don't build a relationship. They create doubt, suspicion, and fear. And then we exhibit those behavior traits. And fear in the female is always translated as hostility. And so, see, it's a locked-in circle that I'm trying to get us to look at, how these things are connected and what they produce.
All right, now.
How about now? Everything all right?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. Security Boss's comment was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
That was brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if we don't change our mindsets, every man looks the same. And I think a lot of that is going on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it alludes to, it actually answers my question to, well, it's in contrast to my statement saying that I think that there's a large number of black women who just want to be miserable. That explains that behavior that led me to draw that conclusion.
Mm-hmm.
The mindsets haven't changed. They saw something bad earlier on in life, whether it be teens or early 20s, and they have a girlfriend that they talk to. She went through something similar with her guy. Her mother had a, bad relationship with her guy that she grew up seeing. And then, like Security Boss said, all men look the same after a while. Mm-hmm. If you keep saying the same thing.
Well, it's like having PTSD. Like, for instance, when you go to sleep and you keep seeing the same over and over and over again, and it's like you can't reach into your mind and turn it off.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? But you keep reliving the same thing over and over again. Like, is there a way to get over PTSD to work through it?
Huh?
I said, is there a way to get through PTSD?
Yes.
How is that?
Yes. It depends on what you got, why you have PTSD. Like, what was the event? You know what I'm saying? What was going on? And then that's how you treat it, depending on what the onset was, what caused your PTSD in the first place. Mm-hmm. That's where you start with the treatment. So the treatment is going to be different with different people, because people handle things differently, and how it happened and why it happened. You have to take all that into consideration. You can't just throw medicine at it like the VA does. You can't just throw medicine at it, Right.
Well, when it comes to men, our men in particular, I think black women have a certain level of PTSD. Maybe they've been hurt or scarred by a man that they really loved, or let down by a man they really loved. And they start to see all men as one. Going back to the clip that we just saw, now Shahrazad Ali never denied the fact that men play a role in the destruction of, our community. But she also described the cycle that's that still exists today, that's never ending. Lies create fear in women, and fear in women manifests itself as in hostility. And it just ends up being like this cycle. The women are hostile to the men, and then the men are like, oh, nah, and it just creates this whole circle of toxicity and dysfunction. And so it's like we're locked into a circle that it's not that we can't get out of it. It's just that we refuse to get out of it. And especially because each side is like, oh, but you doing this. Oh, but y'all doing this. Oh, but you doing this. Oh, but y'all doing this. So it's like we're holding on to our bad behaviors, and we're using it as an excuse, using the other person's or the other side's behaviors as an excuse to misbehave.
Okay, question.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind. Are we going to watch another clip? Because I can ask my question later.
Okay, yeah. So we do have a third clip. This one is from Iyanla. She's talking about black women.
Because CJ had a very good comment.
What was CJ's comment?
CJ says they just don't value men overall in the community. We can't keep using the same excuses for another generation. They literally turn our kids against us. End quote. Thank you very much, CJ, from the 5100 podcast. Everybody go over there, like and subscribe. Hop over to the notification bell. Click that thing so you can get all the notifications and so you can get all of the exclusive content. If you... Amen, preacher. Sing that song. Is he singing or preaching?
Both.
And why does he have a hype man behind him?
Because, you got to keep people hyped.
What's that? Explain all this now.
Listen. Focus, Mandrell. Focus.
Just saying.
Okay.
Right. So yeah, here's the thing. He's right. And you have a lot of women who do that. They use the children as leverage, and that's low down. And the women won't acknowledge the fact that they're being wrong because they can use that to get the things that they want. You know what I'm saying? And they'll never acknowledge, well, if he hadn't have done this, here's what I tell people that I keep in my circle, or people who ask me for my advice, right? It doesn't matter what the other person is doing. Did you do the right thing? Yeah. It doesn't matter if the other person gets the upper hand or they got more out of the situation than you did. None of that matters. Did you do the right thing?
Right, yeah.
I'm all about integrity. And shut up! It seems like a lot of, I hate to say it, I don't want to, but I have to. A lot of black women lack integrity. And if you have no integrity, I have no use for you.
Yeah. Well, and I'm not making an excuse for it. Like,
here we go.
This time, I'm not making an excuse. A lot of our behavior comes out of hurt. The hurt and disappointment. What's going on in the world class?
The world class. Noble from the world class. Everyone go to the world class channel.
Like for instance, when women who use the children as pawns do that purposely because they know it's going to hurt the man.
Right.
And they want to hurt the man because the man has hurt them. And in return, they hurt the children.
Yeah, but here's the thing. We all know that this hurts the children now. Mm-hmm. There's no excuse, no games. Mm-hmm. I think that these women, women who do that, CPS should come in the house, take the children away from them, and give them to the father automatically. Mm-hmm. Personally, because a lot of these women are just unfit parents. Maybe. It doesn't matter. Again, like I said, for me now, in my opinion,
right?
Again, in my opinion, if you're the type of woman who would use a child as leverage against the father to hurt him, get something out of him, whatever the case may be, you are a woman with no integrity. And I personally have no use for you. Mm-hmm. I don't. Because I can't trust you.
Right, yeah.
How am I going to trust someone with no integrity? You know what I mean? And your integrity is so low, you leverage your own child in any capacity?
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. People don't think about the children, what effect it has on them. They think more about, like I said, getting back at the other person.
Why is it that serious?
That ends up being more important.
Why is it that serious?
Why is it? Well, I mean, revenge. You think about it. Somebody does something wrong to you. You don't you want to take revenge? Whether you act on it or not, don't you want to get revenge?
No,
depends.
Most of the time, no. It depends on what it is. But most of the time, no. I can let stuff go. You know what I'm saying? It's not worth it. And a lot of times it's just not. It's because it's not worth it. It really isn't. Like, what's the point? Now, it again depends on what they did.
Right.
There's some stuff you do. I got to come see you.
Right.
And I'm going to teach you a very hard lesson. If you're not willing to go further or as far as your opponent, don't ever start. True. That's the lesson I'm going to teach you. So, and I know this about myself. That's why I let a lot of things go. Is it worth what I'm going to do to them?
Right.
Because what I'm going to do to you, it's going to get me in trouble with the law.
There you
go.
Right.
So I have to ask myself a very good question. Is it worth it? So that's my thing about it. You know what I mean?
And you know what? Speaking of that, a lot of people need to ask themselves that. Is it worth it?
Is it worth it? Yeah.
Is it worth it?
All people need to. Is it worth it? And 9 times out of 10, you'll find that the answer is no.
Right.
Not really, And I don't know what's wrong with the sisters. They don't want to be told that they're wrong. They don't want to change for the better. They think they're fine the way they are. Now, you and I personally know a few sisters who would not admit that women are wrong. They just won't.
Right.
It's all men's fault, And it's unfortunate because otherwise these kind of sweet people. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well,
sweet people underneath it all. It's just
admitting that we have fought like a role to play in the destruction and the this dysfunction in our community is almost like for some women it's like saying taking responsibility away from the other side, and it's not taking away from the other side. It's just simply just taking accountability or owning up to our part, the part that we play in it. And so we're gonna go to the third clip. After the third clip, we gonna give our thoughts on that and drop the link. So whoever wants to come up and speak on this topic, you're more than welcome.
You throwing the link down already?
Not yet. We're gonna make that like another 15 minutes.
Maybe.
So, yeah. So admin, load the third clip, please.
The things that really disturb me about how out of order we are the facts that we don't have clear boundaries, and we let anyone do anything in our life. Anybody can do anything in our lives. I'm not talking children. I'm talking the grown, big panty wearing women. Okay, that we give men. Let me just say people who are not honorable, respectful, sensitive to who we are. We give them reign in our lives in ways that make us mentally, emotionally, spiritually sick. We're out of order. Let me just go ahead and say it. Let me just ask forgiveness now. There's no reason for us to continue to have children with men who don't honor us and don't take care of their children. Out of order.
Out of order.
Listen, that's true. And again, that once upon a time I thought women were kind of like crazy. I did, because I just didn't understand, like, especially if it's a generational thing. You saw your mother grow up like this and make these mistakes. Why would you make the same mistakes? Why would you make the same mistakes as your cousin who did the same things, or your neighbor who did the same thing? Why do you make that mistake? I do not. They do it all the time, man. I do not understand it. Mandrell, should cheating fathers be granted custody of their kids? Lack of integrity. It depends on why the man cheated. Now, I understand, security boss. that in a marriage, in my opinion, of course, you do not cross that boundary. You don't go outside the marriage looking for affection, even if your wife is starving you dry of it. You either stay in the marriage and figure it out, work it out, or you get divorced. Because if you divorce her, I mean, if she's starving you of affection, she's not going to care. She's gone. She's been gone. That's why there's no affection. You know what I'm saying? I mean, listen, by the time by the time a woman breaks up with you, she's left that relationship a long time ago.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, she's checked out. Yeah, the woman's checked. If she leaves you, she's checked out a while ago. You just didn't know it.
But see, if your woman is checked out, then that says a lot about the fact that you haven't been paying attention.
Well, no, women can be very cunning.
Because
very cunning and hide it from you.
She's let you know that, hey, there's an issue, there's a problem, but you just don't pay attention to it. So it's not that.
Well, the thing is, the way she does it. No, but the way some women do it is to withhold the affection. And then when the man asks, "Hey, what's wrong?" Nothing. I'm just not in the mood tonight. And then if the guy asks you what's wrong, the onus is now on you to tell him so that you can work on fixing it. But what I hear from other men, what I've experienced from other relationships, they don't tell you what's wrong, which leads me to believe and draw the conclusion that they don't want to work on it. So if that is in fact the case, why drag it out? Why not just say you don't want to be there anymore?
I mean, that makes sense. Like, why not just say you don't want to be there anymore? I think what the problem is, like, I'm sorry if y'all hear the police sirens.
You live in New York. We get it.
I'm in the city. What can you say?
It's New York.
But
it's New York. I mean,
when a woman has issues, and I admit a lot of times, rather than just being forward and saying what the problem is or what she's having an issue with, a lot of times we'll beat around the bush or go a roundabout way of trying to let you know or give hints or clues, so to speak. And it rather than just being direct and the hints or clues go over your head, so you just completely miss it. I think, better communication would be a much better solution. I mean, you're absolutely right.
How about you just flat out tell me what the problem is so I can fix it?
Or more direct, as opposed to because I know some women who they do little things to test a man to see if he cares or if he really is, loves them, and that's foolish to me.
It is, and it's dangerous because once he finds out that you're testing him, that guy's gonna lose trust in you.
Right.
Because he's the way a man's mind is gonna work is like, okay, why would she feel the need to test me? Does she not trust me? You know what I'm saying? And so that throws things out of haywire. Just don't play games. Security Boss says, Mandrell mentioned a woman having the lack of integrity should lose her kids. I was just wondering if he feels the same about men. Here's the thing, Security Boss. I do. And like I said, it depends. It depends on, because again, cheating, some marriages have an arrangement where the woman can't or doesn't want to anymore. And she's okay with her husband seeing other women or whatever the case may be. Or maybe the husband and wife still do engage in intimacy, but the wife is okay with him having other women. There are a lot of different things that go on there, but and in those cases where the wife agrees, she can't, in my opinion, she shouldn't be able to use that to weaponize that against him later on during divorce proceedings or custody battles. That's just my opinion. It does happen, but should men lose custody as well if they have custody, Security Boss, and they have a lack of integrity? Depending on what it is, yes. Same for women. Depending on what it is, yes, you should lose that child because that child's not learning a good value system.
Then does Democratic Party. Wait a minute, my damn near fell out my chair.
Right. You can't You can't automatically give the kid to the woman if the woman has no values. You can't give the kid automatically to the father if he has no values. What are we teaching the kid? And what kind of human being are we raising to put out there in the greater society?
Right, Justin. Justified. But what Iyanla was saying is like, you know, how as women we allow people in our lives who don't mean as well, and then like once they come in and wreak havoc, then we're upset about it and start taking that out on others or lashing out at the world. Prime example is having children by men. And I hate to say it, but having children by men before getting the ring, and then like when things don't work out, now you mad because you're a single mother. Like you did things the wrong way. You know, getting that ring first means that shows that his commitment to you.
Well, he should be, for all rights and purposes, he should be committed before giving you that ring.
He should be.
Yeah, I don't think a man should give a woman a ring unless he is committed to her and he has decided to marry her. Because I know some guys who are stupid. They get engaged. Okay, when's the wedding? I don't know. Okay, have you talked to her about it? Why not? I don't know if I want to get married. Then why'd you propose?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are now dropping the link. So if you would like to come up, don't be afraid. Click that link and come on up and tell us how you feel. You know, join the conversation. You are more than welcome.
Right. So what do you think of that? I can think of 4 off the top of my head who've done that. And my question is saying, why did you propose? If you don't know that you want to marry this woman, that's the purpose of getting engaged. You know that that's the woman you want to marry. So you ask her for her hand in marriage because you want to marry her. You don't. I thought it was just something to do. One guy told me he thought it's just the right thing to do.
Well, something is some people do. You something I've come to realize is a lot of people do things not necessarily because they feel like it's the best in their best interest or what they really want to do, but it's because they think that that's what they're supposed to do.
Yeah, that's true.
So
would you say that women get pregnant sometimes because they think that's what they have to do? Because no, I'm sure you get this too. But women have met me and said, "You're how old and you don't have any kids?" No, I don't have any kids. Shut up. What's wrong with you? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it's just the thing to do. Like I'm just what? If I'm listen, like it blows my mind. They think something's wrong with me because you must can't have any. Excuse me, lady.
Right.
You know, and it's just crazy. Anyway,
hey y'all, what's up?
Hey, beautifully animated. Dusto.
Hello, Dr. Wiggins.
Dr. Wiggins.
Welcome.
Wiggins.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are y'all doing today?
What's going on, man?
With the announcer voice.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm Dr. Wiggins. I got my degree from ITT Tech.
Aren't they in the civil lawsuit right now?
Yeah, but we're not going to worry about all that, sir.
Okay.
It's a little different.
A class action lawsuit they're in.
Yeah, we're not going to worry about that. But,
big class action lawsuit they're in.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I've been doing an examination on lots of black women who've been referred by the judge. They could either do 10 years in the pen or they can actually come see me for evaluation. Some of them chose me for evaluation. And I've determined.
What are your findings, doctor? What's the prognosis?
I actually diagnosed him with wigatosis. It's actually a rare disease caused by extra radiation buildup by having a wig that's too tight.
Radiation.
Some wigs are electric.
Dumbass.
Some are electric, some are USB, and some are solar panel powered. And it actually, the molecular structures actually break down the human brain and cause them to say stuff like, I'm strong and independent. I don't need a man. I weigh 300 pounds, but I look good, girl, and other common phrases. But unfortunately, due to funding problems, our school, we've been canceled, we've been shut down. We don't have the funding to actually come up with actual solution to this problem. So, suggestions, we'd like to hear them.
Right on.
Any suggestions?
Beautifully animated. What are your suggestions? To the good doctors
Right.
problem here. I mean,
I don't have nothing because you can't fix stupid.
Yeah, that's true.
They stuck.
Because actually, what we're thinking about with that technology of the Vry before they got shut down, they're thinking about the electromagnetic shock wig. So when a woman is out of control and she's like, I don't need them. I don't need no. I'm strong and independent. And we actually believe that might be a solution. Unfortunately.
Thank you, Andy.
That was perfect timing. That was perfect timing right there.
Oh my goodness. Have any other suggestions?
Hold on. What about you, Jay Takashi? Jay Takashi, thank you very much for showing up and coming on. By the way, everyone in the audience, if you would like to support my sister and I, the Cash App is scrolling at the bottom of the screen.
All right.
And the PayPal. And that
Right.
money goes directly to myself and my sister. You know what I mean? Don't worry. I'll give all the money to her. I will. I promise. I don't need it. I don't need money.
If you
Right. So if you like
The
to
shade of it all.
Right. The Cash App and
the hue
PayPal
of it all
is scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Please donate because we like money too. You know, we see the super chats that you send people, and we would like some of that. I mean, we think we deserve it. We try to put on a good show for you guys and educate you and bring up thought-provoking conversations. And I was hoping to get Security Boss up here on the panel, but I don't think we're ever going to get her on here. She doesn't like me. Security Boss is not. She doesn't like. I don't know what I did.
surprise, motherfucker.
Right. Jay Takashi. Security Boss. Takashi, what's going on? Thank you for coming, brother. How you doing?
What's your what are your thoughts on the topic?
There's a lot of stuff to cover. If I had to shorten it in a sentence when it comes to explaining black women, oh shoot. Honestly, this topic is taboo.
Oh wait, hold on. I feel like you try to kind of censor yourself. You scared the black women gonna come for you?
Don't censor it.
No. Oh, okay. Let me get something straight right here. I'm not afraid of any black woman or any woman in general coming at me. Because if you come at me, there's going to be danger. So stay away from me. And plus, I do have
You don't understand. I ain't scared of you, motherfucker.
Hey man, at least I got Bernie Mac on that. So I'm that's a legend. Shout out to the legend. No, but I'm not afraid of the backlash of black ladies. I'm really not. Trust me.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm just more angry than they are and more rageful. The thing is, it is a product, I would say, of not being raised up right, but also not looking for a sense of guidance from her fellow ladies, and also maybe not having a father. I would accumulate both things because I think you honestly, because I've always said this, if it takes two to make one, then it obviously takes two to raise one. Right. Two is better than one. I don't care what anyone tells me. I will always stand by that. Yeah. Unfortunate circumstances for certain ladies who have to raise them by themselves. I'm not judging them. Do what you have to do. But I've always said two is just better than one because you're able to knock out a certain task out that is tedious, and you can say 18 years, maybe actually might be a little bit longer than 18 years. You might actually say 21 years to be up and out of the house and out of college, and then they're living on their own. So that development is key from both the man and the lady to show them both sides. And if they know what to look for, then that should start cultivating the mind of what to look for in themselves, but also to shape themselves up. Like I said, for her to have her own identity and her self-respect. So I think, like I said, I think those are the key things that are missing more often than not. But if they have them, well, like I said, it's all just a matter of progressing on your own. Once you leave the herd, you're on your own. You got to learn for yourself. And I don't think there's anything wrong with the lady doing that personally. She still lives with her family, but they still explore the world. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with that particularly. It just means that she's not married off. That's why she stays with mom and dad until the right one comes. And remember, she still got to go through the dad, the brother, the uncles, and the cousins, all the male cousins. So it's always possible. It's necessary, and it shouldn't be taken for granted. Is what I'm going to say. Because actually, funny enough, I actually kind of conversation with my lady about this just not the other day, but last week. This topic came around if we were to have kids, and I told her my thoughts on it, how I would parent them, and how I would, lay my little girl out. If I had a little girl, oh shit! Number one, I'm gonna be overprotective dad. You can say that a little bit. I gotta freaking scare off every boy with my shotgun, and a little extreme, but I'm a lover. I'm gonna raise her up right, and I'm gonna make sure that she knows what a lady is, and also how to act. How to act in a composure that is becoming of a black woman. So, and plus she's gonna have her. Plus she's gonna have her mom and other sisters in her family to teach her that. To actually act right. Whatever's left of the old school generation, I'm trying to milk all of it out of you guys as much as I can, because I need that old school sister energy to be put in my daughter, but also to her to be surrounded by it. I think it's very necessary, because like I said, whether she's mixed, whether she's full on, I love her to know both sides.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. I honestly think when you get your genes to evolve to be further, when you're part of two different people. They're not just one. They're both you.
At any given time, if you're working together, your kid's going to be ahead of all the rest of them.
Yes, it should be.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so Jay,
that's
question.
Definitely the way it's supposed to be.
I love her. That's not supposed to be. I'm going to direct this to Jay.
Yeah, it is.
I'm going to direct this to Jay first, and I want to hear everyone else on the panel after him. What do you think about, like, if you look at our thumbnail, we have Security Boss.
Mm-hmm.
May our friendship rest in peace. Shamaria, my sister, my dear, loving young sister. Yeah. And we have the awesome Queen Smiley, which there are not enough good words in the dictionary to describe that one. Okay?
Emotional, damn it.
So, when you look at women, we look at women like this, right? And women who like give you hope, like, okay, there might be few out there, there may be even further in between, it may be extremely rare, but they are out there. And you see these examples, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why is it that there aren't more guys taking these types of women seriously? Not these women specifically, but these types of women seriously. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Why is this? What do you think of that, Jay?
That men are taking those type of women seriously?
Yeah.
The ones that the ones that have themselves in order, right? That's the ones you're talking about.
Yeah, the ones that are in order. Yeah.
Oh.
Have the real tight.
Because I mean, let's be real. They have black sister energy. They are actually feminine. They're nice. They actually are coming out, actually becoming of what a woman is. They are the standard, and I would say they're the ones I let my little girl, be around, because they can teach her some things. And and the best part, no trauma, hopefully.
No trauma, hopefully, right?
Or at least in the last part when I say that.
I'm with you.
Yeah, that's
or at least
right there.
They know how to manage it. All right.
No, but no, Mandrell. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I would surround my little girl with with Shoo, with beautifully animated security boss. Like they would be perfect. I think they'd be perfect role models for her, personally.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
definitely.
I think the same way. I think these three women in our thumbnail are fantastic role models.
Not crazy Judy though. Hell no.
I'm not crazy, Judy. Now, to beautifully animated, what do you think? Why aren't there more men coming after clearly women who are clearly overqualified for marriage? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I don't get it. I really don't get it. And what I wanted to say is, as far as Jay said that women need role models and stuff like that. But if your role models are toxic and you're closed-minded, you're not going to move on. You're not going to break the chain. You know what I'm saying? Of negativity and toxicity. You're going to.
If you.
Yeah, stop that.
I'm not the one doing it. That's the base one. I'm not the one doing it.
Right, raise your hands. Like no one's doing anything. Like for me, I was when I was younger and stuff like that. Even if a relationship was, if I was with a person that I was like getting tired of, or like we were growing apart, and I saw that, I still wasn't like strong enough to break it off myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I would beat around the bush, like you said, until I got to the point where it's just like, okay, that's not working. So I had to be blunt. And I'm like horribly blunt now. Like,
yeah.
It's like, can I have your number? No.
There you go. Yes, that's what you're supposed to do.
Dumbass.
But then it's like, bitch. I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, you weren't thinking that at first, though.
Yeah, right. You weren't thinking that a few seconds ago. You asked for your phone number.
Right.
But that's just childish behavior, though. Beautifully animated.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'd rather weed them out. You know what I'm saying?
Right. If a guy responds to your rejections in that manner, that's just immaturity.
Yeah. Right. But like I said, that was back. That's back in my younger days or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So,
boy, just be yourself. If people don't like you, if you're being yourself, fuck them.
Fuck them up the wall.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. Because you women do things that don't make sense. You women do other things that don't make sense, but also fellas do it too. We do crazy stuff, man. I mean, we make some boneheaded plays.
Like, I don't get the whole thing about lying to women. If I'm being honest with you, then and my truth doesn't fit your reality and who you are and stuff like that, don't lie to me and try to date me and shit. Because the truth is gonna come out anyway. Right. Like, you're wasting my time.
It's the same with me.
Hold on. To be fair, beautiful animated, there is no actual thing as your truth. The truth is just the truth. So that might be your first mistake. Now, Scam Likely, Dr. Witty.
That ain't my mistake.
Can I say this one thing real quick? Like, because, well, when it comes to it, especially Shahrazad Ali was talking about this, like how men lie, and their lies create fear in women, and that fear in women manifests itself as hostility.
Yeah, it does.
She's right about that. Horrible cycle. Like, men in this whole quest for sex and vagina, like lying just to get what you want, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like, because let's just be honest.
If I'm angry, I'm angry because you lied, though. It's not it's not fear. You've literally pissed me off because you lied to me.
But I lied to you to protect your feelings.
No, you don't have to protect my feelings.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I have to protect you even from yourself.
No.
That's
no.
But no.
And if I know you're gonna get wrapped up in your feelings, right?
No.
You get wrapped up in your feelings, and so that's why I told a little white lie. It's harmless. Doesn't mean I'm lie to you about big stuff.
It ain't no white lie to me. I don't like being lied to. So
the
thing is, that's the quickest way to get rid of me.
That's the quickest way to get rid of anybody, really.
Anybody.
Because anybody, because like even though men might stay there, if you lie to them, they're moving different. Whether you realize it or not, that man is going to move differently. And the same thing, fellas, goes for women. That women will never look at you the same once you lie to them. No matter how bad it is, no matter how much it hurts, tell her the truth.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to look at you the same because I'm not different. I'm not going to be looking at you the same because I'm not going to be looking at you. I'm going to be gone.
Wait. That's a bit strong, isn't it?
Copy.
No, man, that's not strong because I do the same thing. Like I'm gone. I leave.
Thank you.
There you go.
Right, and it's like, why waste my time? I could be reading a book right about now. Maybe a Brandon Sanderson one. Like seriously.
We live mortal lives. Okay, we don't get our time back.
Right. Exactly.
I don't turn.
Don't waste my time.
Yeah.
JT, what's going on?
We're gonna get Dr. Wiggins. Then we're gonna go to Shu.
What's going on, people?
Then we're gonna go to JT.
Good, JT.
For some reason, he was in Cleveland last weekend. Why the fuck would you go to Cleveland? Anyway,
he's already in Detroit. I mean, come on.
Right. He went from bad. He went from absolute
Akron, Ohio, baby.
Absolute worse. Damn, bro.
It wasn't Cleveland. No.
What's the difference?
Did you at least be LeBron?
So anyway,
it was Dublin.
Okay, hold on. That's worse, dude. What? I wouldn't have ever.
It's the suburbs. Dublin is the suburbs of Columbus, man.
Yeah, that's still Ohio. You don't tell anybody you go to Ohio, man.
Hey, man
world class. If you think it's cap, please click the link, join the conversation, and explain to the panel and the audience why it's cap. Please, sir.
All right, so let's Dr. Wiggins.
And what is he calling cap? What is he saying that's cap?
We'll get to that when it comes up. Okay, Dr. Wiggins.
Yeah, I don't call cap. I just call wig now instead of cap. But anyway.
Come up with your own thing.
Boy, you got some wigophobia going on, right?
But anyway, what it is out here. When I was
put back on the shades, bro. We was having a trend. I'm being funny.
Yeah. Well, what happened was when I was in my second week of medical school, because it was a 4-week program. In my younger years, I met a couple of these mother queen goddesses. I'm talking about not those. I met a couple of mother queen goddesses, slim trimming in a gym. Because it's very hard to find these women, because as women become bigger and wider, 300 pounds and can't fit in the doorway, you just kind of block your vision and you got to look around and up and under to find the skinny ones. But I found a few of them in my time, and I had to say that I wasn't on my purpose yet. So I had these women, and I wasn't properly equipped to lead all the way. My emotional intelligence was kind of lacking. So unfortunately, some of these women went on and they got married after me. And it hurts. It hurts so bad. But if I could find one of these women, I would look into her eyes and I would just tell her,
not to laugh.
If you
baby, come to me. And then she would fall so deeply in heavenly love. And I changed the whole community and the whole environment. Well, no, I wouldn't. They're on their own. But I'd grab me one of those women and make me a nice, beautiful family. Oh, I tell you. But that's all I got, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to find me one of those mother queen goddesses. And I'm going to change the households and set the example for the future. Do I make myself clear?
Thank you very much for that, Dr. Wiggins, for that beautiful whatever that was.
I don't know what
JT. JT, you give us something. I don't know.
Well, we were talking about this whole thing of lying. It's funny how people can sit back and say the craziest thing a person can do is lie to you when everybody lies. We try to make it seem like nobody is a liar. Everybody's a liar if you actually
everybody's lied in their past.
Everybody has lied. And lies have saved people's lives before.
Yeah, Pappy.
I'm going with my friends over here, man. Get away from this dude. You about to shame me, so of course you gotta lie, baby. You gotta keep lying.
Yeah, it's not the worst thing in the world.
So,
and it's funny how we actually we embrace the lie. It's the truth that makes people upset and mad.
Right.
That's what pushes the people away. It's not the lie that pushes people away. It's just when that lie comes to fruition into the truth, when you find out that it wasn't a lie anymore.
Nigga, which goalpost you gonna use? Pick one.
No. So when you lie and then you tell the truth, and then when you tell the truth, and then the lie comes back from the truth, and then the truth turns into the lie. Well, all I'm trying to say is 2 hands in the bush don't bring nobody to when you get on the mountain.
Preach,
so
brother.
when you throw rocks, let me finish my philosophy. When you throw rocks at a flock of birds, it just puts them up under the tree. That's all it does.
That's all it does.
Right. Tell a rolling stone. So a rolling stone is worth 2 in the bush.
Keep preaching, Pastor.
Yes.
Keep preaching, Pastor.
And a flock of birds. A flock of birds is just a flock of birds.
Where's your towel?
Keep preaching.
Where's your towel?
I didn't want you to. Y'all didn't see that, did you?
Thank you very much.
No, but seriously,
Go ahead. Go ahead, JT.
But seriously,
preach, brother.
No, we do. We kind of embrace the lie, and we, it pushes people. So I don't know. That's all. That's what I heard before I got on anyway. So I just wanted to put
that's very good point. It's when the truth comes out. It's
great point.
Get rejected. Yeah. Noble from the
JT,
world
what
class.
the hell was that?
Everybody, go over to the world class YouTube page right now. Subscribe. Go over to that swing over to that notification bell. Click that thing.
What's going on, Noble?
You get all
What's up, JT?
of the exclusive content from the world class. This guy's gonna hit about 3 million subscribers one day. You want to be there early?
I don't know. I'll be canceled by the time we get to 5,000.
I thought I'd be canceled by now too, man, but it ain't. I'm still here, I guess. Not for too much longer. I mean, if I keep going.
First of all, how you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm great. What you eat today?
You said what I what?
What you eat today?
What I eat today?
Mm-hmm.
What I had some oatmeal this morning. I had what else?
You can start blushing now.
Then I cooked, and that was about it.
Cause they don't do right by you. You need more attention than this. Cause I don't appreciate it. They don't appreciate you in this space.
They don't appreciate me. You hear that, Mandrell?
They ask you if you ate, how you doing today, what you think about this. I can't take it.
I spoke to her earlier on the phone. I speak to her every day.
So supposed to call her every hour.
She didn't cook. I believe she cooked. I believe she cooked Pop-Tarts. That doesn't count.
You can't I haven't eaten Pop-Tarts in so long. Thank you.
For the record, you cannot barbecue Pop-Tarts. That is not one of the recipes.
I'm mad I had to be for the record.
They got
right. Let the record know. Let it be known on the record. I haven't eaten Pop-Tarts in a long time.
Exactly. I haven't eaten Pop-Tarts. Actually, I haven't eaten Pop-Tarts.
And by the way, What's going on? You can stop blushing. You can stop blushing now. Okay.
Oh, what you mean?
It's just a man. He's no different than anybody else.
Well, me? Me? No, everybody knows I'm better than everybody else.
we got 2 of these Negroes on the panel. We got 2 of them.
Jeez. Hey, listen. It's nothing but masculinity up here. That's all it is. Ain't nothing to be afraid of, JT. It's just, it's nothing wrong with bow down to your better.
Y'all, man.
Nothing wrong with acknowledging you're better. That's all right.
They treat me like I'm the damn Grim Reaper. They see me, they go, oh shit.
Same here, man. You see my alter ego back here.
Hey, Mandrell. Now,
what's up?
The Zahara, she came
out
like
she came out in 80. She came out in.
I'm gonna use that word today.
Shahrazad Ali came out in earnest in like 1989. She got really popular because of her book, The Black Man's Guide to Understanding the Black Woman. And this interview that we've been showing clips of came out in 1991. Right?
Yes.
And that's when she received a whole lot of popularity because it now got on television.
Right.
And since then, she went on Sally Jesse Raphael, Phil Donahue, Geraldo, Montel Williams, all of the corporate.
And Oprah wouldn't even have it.
I never call him by his name. I never call him by his real name. I call him Geraldo.
Oh,
I call him everything except Geraldo.
Orlando.
Yeah, I call him everything else. Anyway, Noble, what say you, sir? We are examining the black woman tonight. What have you heard? You got any comments on what you heard?
What have I heard?
A lot tonight.
What are we examining exactly?
The black woman.
Just her, right?
Behavior.
Her
behavior.
Behavior and yeah.
I've actually put a designation on it as the anti-Mary. Everything that Mary stood for, Jesus' mother, she's in direct opposition. It's just that simple. Everything that Mary stands for, you look at the black female, there's no such thing as a black woman. She stands in direct opposition to it. She will kill her child for comfort, while Mary did the exact opposite.
Wow.
Mary was honorable. She wasn't trying to get attention. Actually, her name, I broke her down on my channel. Her name actually means rebellion. And she's doing the exact opposite. She's not trying to rebel against the system. And she will sell us out any opportunity that she sees one of us rebel. That's what she did. 24,114,000 child deletions in 60 years. How many messiahs you think they was taken out in that time frame? Before 1960, what we had, the men I'm about to name were born before 1960. Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, John Henry Clark, Steve Coakley,
Q.P. Newton.
Newton, all of these people. After 1960, all we got is Dr. Umar Johnson, Polite,
donations,
young Farrell,
donations.
So I think it's safe to say we've been killing our messiahs. Because she is the anti-Mary.
Wow.
I think Umar Johnson working.
So when you put the caps in the chat, what was that for?
Caps?
Yeah.
I don't know. Somebody did it before me and I did it after. I don't know. I was just
I'm done with you.
Hey, beautifully animated. There's an honesty you was asking for now. Okay.
Right.
There's the honesty you was asking for. So.
Hey, I'm not knocking it.
World class.
Thank you.
That was
brilliant as usual, man. That was brilliant. Brilliant as usual. Brilliant.
It's a lady. I think her name is Carrie Grayson. She actually came up with that. She had a book called Anti-Mary. And it's leaning towards a feminist. She said she's a Catholic, so she mixed in some Marxism in it. And verbatim what I said is what she said. Everything that Mary stand for, being honorable. Like if you look at the story, right? I always look at it from the other stand. I was looking at it from the other standpoint of, if I was on the other side, how would I look at it? If I knew that this prophet was coming, right? Let's just say the story is real, right? If I knew this prophet was coming and I had this whole nation take out children because I knew he was coming, and that happened, and this boy still came and people still helped him, and he still did what he did, and then we did manage to get rid of him, and it got worse. Like if I'm looking 2,000 years after that, I'm like, how can I fix that? And like, if you on the other side, how would you fix it? And everybody understands how. You get married to kill Jesus. That's how you solve the problem. And that's what they've got her to do. So the only problem with that, not the only problem, the biggest problem that comes with that is this law called the law of habit, which says how you do anything is how you do everything. So if you have a habit of killing your own, you do that everywhere. That's why they spend 73 cents out of every dollar. meaning she will give a rate of return on investment to anybody but us at a rate of 73%. If you earn it 72%, your money will flip $1 million and turn into $2 million. She giving that to anybody but us every day. Every day. So when you see these banks investing in her, that's why they're investing, because they're getting that money back today. Every 6 to 24 hours. So they've turned, and you look at the black female, go over her history. Since she's been here, her main habit has been undermining her household. That's all she does. Undermining her own household. It wasn't in the movie Django. It was her. It would be a woman. It wouldn't be a dude in a big house. Sleeping with Big Daddy. See the ones like people on this on the internet, right? On YouTube and social media be worrying about doxing. I've been doxed by my mother multiple times. Most of us get doxed when we don't do what she say. Everybody in the hood know. Everybody in the family know. By the time we go to the next family gathering, everybody looking at you like you crazy. You coming through the house. You coming through the door, playing with you. Everybody know all your business. We get doxed. Right. We get the crap beat out of us. We get attacked. It's funny. The dude Andrew Tate just got banned, right? I got a video of him talking about his aunt. He said his black aunt don't even ask questions. She just come in and beat everybody. Kids running, screaming, whether they did it or not. Everybody knows that the black female is the most violent mother and the most homicidal mother, literally, of all time. So that's why I always start, and I don't care about the rest. Because if you have a person that knows I can get away with abusing children, and ain't nobody gonna say shit to me, and ain't nobody gonna do nothing to me, a big, strong, brown-skinned male that these white people don't like no way, they'll help me get you any day. But what's the incentive if I know I can be the most despicable person to the most innocent person? What's the incentive that I have? So when you start so-called complaining about black women online, they go, you hurt. They're bragging.
Who hurt you?
Because I know you hurt. Because I know who hurt you. I did it. See, I knew I was going to hurt you in advance because I knew once it comes up, I could be able to say I made you weak. And that's really what it is. You started her motherhood. That's why the Kevin Samuels thing blew up, because once they seen the nigga had a nerve to say something about or critique him as arrogantly as he did, or confidently, however you see it, as he did, what else will y'all do? They be looking 3 years down the line, 2 years down. I'm talking to you. You worried about, I'm not going to act. Little podcast was just talking about it today. I'm asking you a question, and you worried about what I'm going to say a couple sentences from now. They already
where you going with it? They always ask, where you going with it?
So if this dude in this Tom Ford suit would tell this chick that or agree with this chick that she's a 5, what won't y'all do? They live in fear. But if you're not guilty, there's no reason to live in fear. I'm not worried about nobody running up, or the police running up, knocking on my door about a robbery because I didn't do it. What you guilty for? Why are you so sensitive about your motherhood if you're doing a great job? But everybody know that the boys can only read at the 4 to 6th grade reading level, graduating high school. Y'all in the medical field for the last 40 years, degrees? Ain't we getting sicker?
Yeah, we are.
Your medical degrees is not amounting to anything, but you telling me you're independent and that's important. So what is it important for, to accomplish what? That's amazing. You become a doctor, you can't help your family. What's the point?
Facts. He right.
Usually it went to that one. Remember that one story we were talking about where the grandmother called the cops on her granddaughter and the cops ended up killing her?
Yeah.
We were talking about that.
Yeah, your channel, and we did a reaction to that, didn't we, JT?
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know if it was on my. No, it was actually on you guys' channel. We talked about something else, but it was actually on you guys' channel.
Okay.
And that was what we broke down was, wait a minute. First and foremost, it's wrong for the grandmother to be out here being a mother again. So, and then you have a community of weak people. You had women, and this is why when even when you had remember when they were talking about put Harriet Tubman on the $20 bill and everybody was just so I was like, you know what they're telling us, that our leader is a woman. You know how many great men that we had, that came before that we had before her, and you're talking about Harriet Tubman on a $20 bill, you're going to surpass all those other great men that we had, and you're going to put Harriet Tubman on there. People got mad at folks that were actually saying that's not a good ideal. Matter of fact, we don't want nobody on our goddamn on the money. What are you talking about? It's a bio-survival ticket. That's all it is. But we hold pride in that when people hold us up or hold our women up in a man's role. They don't talk about the other people. They don't talk about the men that actually she had to have protect her to do what she was doing. They don't. This is where we have the problem at. So anytime that we hear women, this is why, like Beautifully Animated, this is why when you had pushback from us as men that was saying, no, that alpha woman shit, get rid of that shit. Get rid of that shit. That strong shit, get rid of that shit, because your strength is in your femininity. It is in your femininity. It is not in your masculine.
I said it.
That's not what strong is.
I said it in the episode, one of my recent episodes, is that there's far more power in femininity than there ever will be in feminism.
Yeah,
far more power.
Facts.
Yeah.
Hey man, I've said this in a video as well. 99% of these black females don't know what femininity is, especially the ones doing the coaching. Those of us that's been initiated, understand, or have learned universal law, natural law, etc. Everybody on the planet that knows it. Femininity is not fucking outfits and lip gloss and posture. That's not what femininity is at all.
No.
It's not even a little bit. It's not, definitely not lip gloss. It's not how to ride a dick. None of that shit is femininity. Just like no, I'm serious. Just like masculinity is not football or boxing or lifting weights or beating a nigga up. That's not what it is. It existed. It's a universal principle. That means it. So what the fuck is a cow going to do? What is a cow going to do? What is the earth going to do? Femininity is not limited to your little girl, little boy consumer experience. Masculinity is law, which is structure. Femininity is order, which is process. Masculinity raises the ceiling. Femininity raises the floor. There's levels to this shit. They don't understand.
James Brown.
Preach.
The man's job is to serve. That's what we was talking
Yes.
Like when purpose is not known,
Thank you.
misuse is inevitable, right? When purpose is not known, misuse is inevitable. So our purpose is to serve. That's what God made Adam for, based off the story we have so far, right? He made him for a reason. God made the garden. God sent Adam to the garden to work, which is argan in the Aramaic, which means to become. I made the garden as perfect already. I only made you so you can work. I didn't make you to work the garden. I made you to work so you can learn you. So a man's job is to serve. Ser, in S-E-R, in service, it means to protect. So I got all this stuff covered. I just need you as a woman to reproduce. We'll be able to continue on what we're doing. So you need to be up in the morning before I'm up in the morning to make sure I got what I need. So your job as a woman is to preserve. You're a preserver. You're not a nurturer. Nature. You got to preserve. That's your job. That's why you hold attitudes for forever. When I put my seed into you, it preserves. But God made it so it's going to compound. Anything God made compound. That's why I don't believe in personal growth, because we compound. 2 cells turn into 4, 4 turns into 8, 8 turns into 16, etc. We compound.
Right.
So your job is to preserve. Whatever I bring to you, I preserve. I mean, you preserve. That's it. I bring a standard. You preserve it. Femininity raises the floor. My mentor always told me, he said, growth only comes from the bottom. So you got to get new blood in. You have to teach them. You never seen nobody build a building in free fall. You never see them start with the penthouse. That's not how it works. Got to start with the foundation first, and they don't understand that because their value system is quick fix, instant gratification, something for nothing guarantees. You want stuff that the face you're using doesn't even work and doesn't even operate in. So I named this channel World Class Information because we are behind by a couple thousand years. They playing a whole totally different game. We missing it because she wanted to go out and do dumb shit that don't make any inch of sense. Letting somebody tell her shit that don't make no sense. You are a preserver. Whatever value that we create, you're supposed to preserve it. That's what you're designed for. You're not designed for nothing else. We're bigger than you, faster than you, stronger than you. Every man on this panel is what, let me see, 1, 4, 5, there's 6 brothers on this panel, right? Each and every one of us. Let's just take me by myself. And that's me and Shushu, right? Shushu can maybe have next 12 months, make 3 fathers max. Let's say you can create 3 new fathers. I can make a mother a day. I can make 365 mothers to your 3. And that's giving you Marvel Comics physics. Because you know those are all premature births.
Right, yeah.
So the way it's structured, whatever you want to call it, God, physics, the way it's structured is for you to do nowhere close as much work as I have to do. So the concept of equality is what we're really dealing with, that the black female has in her mind. And every time we talk about something, but you get to do it, I get to do it. What are you talking about? Why are you talking about equality? For me to be equal, we got to be less because I got to be you. I'm bigger than you, faster than you, stronger than you, smarter than you. I can create more people than you. Why are you putting that burden on yourself? Because when you fail, then what you going to do? I'm going to have to do this shit over anyway. All of these mothers know that her 13-year-old is physically superior to her. His 12-year-old is physically superior to her. Why do we got to keep going over this? Then she's beating the shit out the little boy, taking his power. Then he got to come out and be in the hood with somebody like me, and I got to take his life. Because his mom done took his power. And he think he going to come out here and get it somehow from somebody that don't play none of them games. Being around a male who not going to talk to you 2, 3, 4, 5 fucking times. But his good mom, because she wants a million breaks, is telling them 6 and 7 times, oh, he just playing. Oh, no, you training in a corpse. All you doing is raising, what do they call it? The late night news, whatever the shit. I ain't watched TV since 2007. You just raising somebody whose face gonna be on the news at night. That's all you raising. And then when that boy die, you sitting up there crying, you get to get a check. And they're gonna ask where the daddy is. Yet if the nigga goes to the league and he win MVP, you getting a movie.
Shushu.
Yes.
With just what you heard, what he just broke down, because that shit was fantastic.
Profound.
Remember the question I asked, and I told you I'm gonna always ask this question.
Mm-hmm.
True or false? Mother, you can tell by how much your mother loves you by the caliber of man that she picks for you. What do you think now?
Well, I mean,
it's true. Shit, come on.
Right, that's why she quiet. She always gets like that. She always gets like that.
When you got the ability to multiply that man 100 times,
yeah,
you got the ability to multiply that man that you love.
Mm-hmm.
But you choose to multiply the man that you don't even give a fuck about.
Yeah. I have a quick question for you. According to what you just said, right? You said that. Can you repeat? You said a mother. Repeat what you just said again. I apologize. I have short-term memory issues.
And right before that, Noble, let me welcome for the first time in a minute. We ain't signing shit. That's his actual name. He cut this shit off. Thanks for coming back, brother. It's good to have you on the panel again. Once again, always welcome. He's a resident. Go ahead.
Yeah, can you repeat that question you asked Shushu again, please?
You can tell how much your mom loves you based off of the caliber of man she chooses as your father.
Okay, so can we agree? Or no, not that. Let me ask you this way. So, if a woman is a single mother, are you saying that she doesn't love her child?
I didn't say if she loves him or not. I said how much.
So she has a very low level of love for that child. Are we saying that?
Yeah, I mean, because this is the thing. You got to understand what love actually is. It's duty. Love is duty. Love is not a Hallmark card and me telling you I love you. It's based off of what I do for you. And if you want to make it unconditional or it's close to unconditional, you have to do something for a person before they're even here. Okay. Other than that, you can't be unconditional with your kid. because the condition is that they're your kid.
Facts.
Well, okay. I mean, that's really insightful stuff. So, but I will say this: I do think we are a little bit too we're a little bit too harsh on our women in the Black community. I mean, at the end of the day, we live in America, right? There's public and private services. They're making money. They're educated. They can do what they want. I don't understand why we have issues with these women when we can just go elsewhere.
But if you heard, this is the thing. Only thing that we're doing is expressing an observation. With this harsh and bashing, this stuff got to stop. We're not bashing anybody by expressing our observations. That's not bashing. That's not being harmful. It's not none of that. We're not telling people to go out here and kill or do physically harm.
No,
To
I'm saying harsh. I'm not saying you guys are bashing women. You're not. Right? I'm not saying that. I'm just saying in general, I think we're being a little bit too harsh because they're free to do what they want.
Based
right?
off what?
We're in America.
Based off what?
Based off
of what? What do you mean they're free to do what they want? Nobody should be doing what they want if it's not for the greater good.
It means
that makes no sense. It sounds selfish when you're saying I can do what I want and you have no discernment when doing what you want. This is where we have a problem with.
As long as it's following the law, right? As long as it's following the law, they're not breaking laws. Why not let them do what they want?
Yeah. So
because sometimes just because it's not law doesn't mean, this is the thing. Just because it's law does not mean that it actually is moral.
Right, wait, JT. All right, you gotta, have you seen the video of where the dad had gotten his daughter's hair braided and the mom chops it off? Now, it's not illegal to do that, right? But was it right? No.
Can I respond to that?
Go ahead.
Well, so again, we have to get away from the extremes because I don't think anyone here is saying, and I don't think you think I'm saying that a woman traumatizing her child to get back at her father is the right thing to do. Right.
But I just gave you an example of what JT is talking about.
Yeah. But and I'm telling you, that's extremely extreme. But when we're talking about wearing what she wants, getting educated,
it's extreme, but it happened.
Wait a second.
Go ahead. No, I want to respond next. Go ahead.
Extreme. We're gonna have to move on to final thoughts after Noble response. We're gonna move on to final thoughts after that.
I got a quick rebuttal. My quick rebuttal is that's the example she gave is not an extreme. The extreme is mother killing a child or selling her child's vagina. That's not extreme at all. What she said is nowhere. I think you.
Extreme is anything that happens over anything that happens. Extreme is anything that happens.
And that's the norm. That's the norm. A mother taking control of the hair because it's not going the way she wants is their norm. These mothers are killing their child, putting them in closets, putting them in trunks, freezers, cars. That's nowhere close to extreme. It was what you did was very dismissive, and it's a lot of things you need to go out and look at some of these stories. I know they tough, but that whole deal that you did just now, that's not it. That ain't it. That's nowhere close to extreme. It's women that have killed all of their children and themselves.
The thing is, the thing is, you haven't been here stateside in a long time. Shit has gotten out of hand in the worst way. That's the thing, dude.
So people just putting their children in freezers and shit, right?
Yeah, in ovens and freezers,
right. ovens, yeah,
dropping them in cars and driving them into lakes. Yes, that is happening here. Far more. Yeah, that's kind of. Yeah.
We can pull up story after story, bro.
Yeah, we can be here all night doing that. But let's move on to final thoughts, people. Fantastic show, Noble. Turn the lights out.
Right.
And I'm extremely grateful.
Right.
Shout out to Toxic Masculinity.
Yeah, right. Beautifully animated. Final thoughts.
Yeah, the truth hurts, but you gotta swallow it and grow from it. Okay. Just take that pain.
Okay, thank you. Noble, your final thoughts on tonight's episode?
I appreciate y'all going through it. But ain't but two classes on this planet. You have a world class, you outclass. And the question is not which class you want to live in. The question is which class are the ones coming behind you deserve for you to die in. On your feet, on your knees, respect the craft. No.
All right.
Thank you. All right.
Allah.
Another gem to close us
Appreciate it.
Scam Likely, aka Dusto, aka Dr. Panderson, aka whoever the fuck he is tonight. President of the Dustosphere. Give us your final thoughts.
Are you paying rent for all those people you got, man?
Nah, final thoughts. Open your eyes. Shame and blame doesn't work when you're talking to a lot of these women, but communicate the most effective way as possible. But make sure you take care of yourself first, because most people ain't gonna listen that way. That's it.
That's true. JT.
Hey man, this was a great discussion. We definitely have to continue this conversation, and it's for all the people that's listening, and people that's going to be listening in the future. This is not what they call a bash. This is not, this is something to make us a little more aware. This conversation and conversations like it on these platforms that we are starting to build is shifting the conversation. We're shifting the conversation right now, and it's not going to always be about women and men. It's going to be about actually creating more people. Because if you guys ain't really paying attention to what they're doing in the world, they're at a point right now where they're trying to get this population way more farther than what it is right now. They're trying to get this population to a very minimum. So we got to start paying a lot more attention, but we got to be more aware right now. You can follow me on What We Know Podcast on Saturday nights, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, with me and my boy Rob. And we just going to be having these type of conversations on our platform just as well. And you definitely would see Black Man Unfiltered, Mandrell, World Class, my man Marcus. You'll see all them cats over there on that side of the game also. Most definitely. And I'm out.
Appreciate
Thank you.
All right. Now, my brother from another mother. I ain't seen you in a minute, but it don't matter. I mean, I'm glad you're here tonight.
Right.
Shit. I'm calling you by your
Panda Express. What's up?
Right. What's going on,
man?
brother? Give us your final thoughts, man. I'm just happy to see you.
Rice. Yeah, good to see you guys too. Shushu, Mandrell, great show. I'm please don't take it. I'm not saying you guys are bashing black women at all. I just think that now we're just in an environment where now you just gotta let people live, man. Whatever the fuck they want to do, as long as it's not hurting anyone, breaking the law. You just gotta let people live, because at the end of the day, like I'm with Scam on this one, man. People are just not going to change. The best thing we can do is just, accept people for what they are and make better decisions. And that's that. So y'all take care.
No problem. Thank you. I mean, you guys can hang back in the back until we close out.
Yeah, I'll do it for
you. The show. Yeah, Marcus, bringing up the rear.
Marcus.
Hey, pause.
Marcus. You're a Marine.
Man.
You always bring up the rear.
Hey, yet again, fucked by the green weenie. Damn. Man, no, I came late, but I was listening on the back end. So I had to take care of some things, and this kind of stuff, hits kind of a little bit home, because things that my mom did to us as little kids. Well, she apologizes for it, but I seen things like a mother try to drown her baby in a toilet at a Subway. I seen things like then just leave it in a truck stop. So things like this that, they're important discussion. I'm not trying to villainize all women. There's good mothers out there. There's good wives out there. Absolutely there is. Because, we wouldn't have adoption agencies if they didn't have a heart, But, I appreciate what you and Shushu do, because it's cool that you have like a brother-sister tandem. And, I can't really talk to my older sister because, drugs messed her up, and life that she took messed her up. So she's not the same. And my little sister, she's deaf and mute, so I got to communicate with her through sign language. So, you know, when I see things like this between you and Mandrell, you know, it gives people a bit of a family camaraderie. So I appreciate Black Man for letting you two speak your piece and letting everybody else up here and speak their facts or their opinions or perspectives or statistics. And, you know, just listen to ear, not listen to combat each other and push forward, not push back.
Thank you, Mark.
Thanks, Marcus. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Noble from the world class is Team Shoo all the way. Now, to us two. All right, yeah. We have a new administrator, and, you know, they'll get it together. Oh, but they're doing a fantastic job. Love the work so far. Yes. Mm-hmm. Now, my final thoughts here is that everyone said it best. You know what I mean? You know, and Noble brought it home again. You know what I'm saying? Brilliant, brother. Brilliant. That's those kind of people I keep in my circle, as you know. Shoo. Right. I don't know a Black Man Unfiltered once, but he needs to leave. But anyway, yeah. People, protect yourself at all times. Men especially, because there's no one out here to help you. No help is coming. Cavalry's not coming over the next hill. Educate yourself as much as humanly possible. Exercise your body. Eat right. Eat clean. Take care of yourself. Be the best you can be. I know that sounds corny and everything, but yes, you have to become as educated as you possibly can. Be as fit as you possibly can. Be as capable as you possibly can. Because you never know when you'll need those skills. You have to be ready for everything at all times. If you stay ready, you never have to get ready.
You gonna say all the cliches?
All the cliches, every last one.
All of them.
All of them. All of them. But see, I tell the truth all the time. That's why they call me Darth Vader. Oh, no mercy.
So my final words are going back to the subject at hand, examining black women. Black women, to my sister, speaking from a member of the Black woman community, we do have some things we do need to get together, and we just need to be honest about that. It's not saying that men don't have work to do. They do. No one's saying that they don't, but it doesn't give us a reason or an excuse to misbehave or to misrepresent ourselves, to disrespect ourselves, and to keep acting foolishly. We really do need to take accountability and responsibility for the things that we do, and stop using the faults of men as a reason to be unruly. So those are my final thoughts. Thank y'all so much for joining us. Thank you, everybody who participated in the conversation. Thank you for everyone who participated in the chat. Thank you, everyone who just tuned in just to support. We appreciate you all. We love you all. And y'all be sure to tune in next week. We don't know what the topic is going to be yet, but we'll figure it out.
And thanks to everyone for not sending any money at all. That was awesome. No cash out,
anyway,
no PayPal, nothing.
Anyway, listen. Your thoughts, your words, your support, your views are currency. Trust and believe that. That is currency. With that being said, thank y'all for coming out. Y'all have a good night.
American currency is printed on cotton.